a.m. on a balmy June night. After a thorough refit at Appledore Shipyard, Frank's concern about the lifeboat's leaking propeller shaft on its passage home turned out to be a false alarm. Successfully refitted, the Salcombe Lifeboat's already back on duty, to the complete satisfaction of Frank and the R.N.L.I. The R.N.L.I. have had a lifeboat in Salcombe since 1861. Frank Yeoman Smith is the last in a long line of coxswains.
In the rowing days, when they had to run to South Sands and then row out, that's when you think of the lifeboat crews in those days, what they had to go through to what we got is unbelievable, really.
We've got it very easy, extremely easy by comparison with what they did. They were a different breed of men altogether, really. There's nobody works like they did. I suppose in their day, they were hard men in their day, in their normal working life.
As in the past, the crew are all volunteers from the town. After a night out at sea, they'll be getting ready for work in a couple of hours' time. That's lifeboating. On the quayside, when they get back, is assistant mechanic Mark Featherstone, looking sheepish. A hairdresser by day, Mark missed the call last night, and all crew members hate doing that.
Just got back? Obviously, yeah. Well, I didn't hear my pager go off. It's a horrible feeling when you've missed a shout. And there's been 2 shouts at 1 o'clock and I haven't heard my pager go. Whether my pager's gone or not, I don't know. But whether the shout was significant or it was just routine, it doesn't matter. It still hurts when you don't go. Don't ask me why, but you just feel like you're not part of the team sometimes when you don't go out.
It's early summer now, in the middle of the recession, and the people of Salcombe are wondering what the season holds in store. For many, it will be make or break. At the Shipwrights Arms, where crew member Colin Power faces eviction, there's good news.
Hello, Mother, it's Colin. We've just had a talk with our brewery representative. He's given us a 6-month extension. Yeah, we'll play it by ear. But if they got somebody that will take on the lease, then obviously we'll go. But other than that, we've got a 6-month extension. And he did say that we might well be still here in 2 years' time. Yeah, so are we. Yeah, cheers, mate. Bye.
Yeah, where does your mother live?
My mother has died.
Well, who were you? Sorry, you rang us, so you said hello, Mother.
Oh, that's Frank. I always call Frank Mother because he's our mother on the lifeboat. He is. He's like a mother because he mothers us and he mothers the lifeboat. So.
I could get my hair done like that.
Just imagine if that was on the crew.
What do you mean if it was on the
Look, going down there, you think he's going to join a lifeboat crew?
No, he's been trying for customs, actually. The crew are good. I mean, you can't commit men that are working all the time. I mean, you can't because they got to earn a living, and this is voluntary, and it's my job. and they got their job. But the assistant mechanic, Mark, he comes out twice a week with me, and we do the jobs, the double up jobs, like wash the top sides around and all the awkward jobs. So I do when he's here, and then I can do the rest on my own. It's an interesting job, and if you've got interest in it, the hours don't come into it really. You know, you just do what's needed, and then you can go and lay on the beach or do what you want in the afternoons, or get on with your own work.
You don't lay on the beach.
No, I hate the beach. Unlike some of our crew.
Never mind a boat, what about the ice creams? Come on.
But even on the beach, Frank's volunteers have to have their pagers switched on. In the summer, there can be a call out every couple of days.
Do you want some choc ice? Come here.
So they must stay within a few minutes of the boat store. It's a constant pressure which affects all the family.
Here you go. Oh, no, don't get sand on it, okay? There you go.
I think it's hard. I can't just turn around and go back to sleep. If Brian's out, I'm awake, and that's it until he comes back in again. Whatever the night, really, because whether it's flat dead, flat calm, there's always thought that somebody out there is in distress anyway. So I think it's quite difficult for the wives.
Have you ever put any pressure on him to not do it?
No, no way. No way. I think it's something. If I did that, then he would resent it for the rest of his life, wouldn't he?
You can't
do that. I couldn't do that.
She's never wanted me. She definitely doesn't want me to come off.
No, never.
But that doesn't mean that she doesn't wish that I didn't go at times. I mean, there are times when you get up in the middle of the night and you're suddenly brought wide awake by the pages. If it's a bad night,
I panic.
well then there can be tears. There can be
I
tears.
panic. I worry.
I think the personal sacrifice, unless you do it, you don't. No one understands just what it takes. Everything that you do, you have to think about lifeboats.
Yes, it's 24 hours a day, and the only time we feel comfortable or relaxed is when we're out of Salcombe.
It's midsummer. The estuary is filling up with boats. And in the town, there's a breath of optimism in the air. It's looking good for Mark too. After 7 months separation, Alicia has agreed to come back with their daughter Lauren and make a fresh start.
We've had an au pair with us for a few weeks, Caroline, and she's been very helpful really. It's helped smooth things out a bit really, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's not been too stressed out.
It hasn't been stressed out at all, has it? There's hardly a crossword spoken.
It's gone very
Is
smooth.
that right? It's been good. I hope it lasts. I'm sure it will.
I presume what's happening with your court case?
There isn't one now, is there?
Well, no, there isn't. It's been dropped because I signed. I've had my receipt. I don't know if
My name was on the birth certificate originally, but that isn't good enough if you're not married. So now it's been agreed that I've got the same rights as a father now, which makes me feel a lot better on it now.
But then again, you get those rights anyway.
Yeah, but
You
it
didn't
just...
want to marry me, so therefore you decided to annul those rights.
Oh well, here we go. We're not going to have an argument on camera, I don't think. Hey?
Well, it's your own work,
Oh well, there
not
you
mine.
go. Anyway, that's the situation at the moment, so it's looking good, isn't it?
Okay.
The summers also brought good news for Frank. It's not often that he leaves Salcombe, but he's had a very special summons from the RNLI's head office in London.
Trail and chaps, see them all right.
His wife Bree and their 2 children are going too.
This lady that thinks it's the ferry, she keeps wondering when it's going to come and pick her up. Come in, number 7, your time is up.
Frank's to be awarded a bronze medal for gallantry for his part in the daring rescue of the cargo ship Jan at Sea back in January.
For his determination, his skilled seamanship and his courage, the institution's bronze medal for gallantry is awarded to coxswain mechanic Frank Yeoman Smith.
For everybody that was on the boat. It's not just one person, yourselves, John, everybody that was there. And you're the figurehead to pick it up for everybody. Very good.
I always think the disappointing thing that comes to life here when we come here is that you look at the bar and there's about 35 people at the bar and 20 of them are from Salcombe. Look, I mean, it's strange this. I don't.
You said that would happen.
Oh, right.
Our cameraman bought me some sort of that.
Big city, see, us country locals not used to the big city. We couldn't operate a cigarette machine.
You got more money than I got.
When they said we'll see you all back here next year, and you think, I wonder. Yeah. You don't know, do you? It doesn't happen in 21 years. You just don't. You never know.
Mark, however, has stayed in Salcombe to be with Alicia and to look after the boat. When Frank's away, it's his responsibility for the £750,000 worth of equipment, which no one will insure.
If anything happened in the middle of the night and it blew up and the boat came off its mooring and went off down to Southpool or out to sea, I don't think Frank would be very happy with me. In fact, I might as well just jump in the water and forget about it. So that's my primary concern. So I like to check it every morning just to make sure everything's okay. I always get on with Frank, but sometimes I have a conflict of interests because I've got my commitments ashore and he's got his commitments here on the lifeboat. And he needs help. He can't do everything by himself. And I'm his assistant. So quite often I'm finding he's asking me to do things when there's other things that need to be done ashore that I've got to do as well. Now that's not his fault. That's a predicament that I'm in. But obviously that causes a bit of friction between the two of us. But having said that, he is very, very understanding and he gives me an awful lot of leeway. But when something needs to be done and it's of vital importance to him and the boat, then I'm expected to be able to go ahead and do that, and I try to do that as much as I can. But,
does that cause the odd bit of friction between you and Alicia?
Alicia's quite good in that respect, but yeah, it does cause sort of little overtones. But they're quickly forgotten. But at the time, it's quite a strain, you know, because you've got, you know, Alicia's playing up because I'm not at home as much as I should, and Frank's playing up because I'm not on the boat as much as I should, and the clients are playing up because I'm not in the salon as much as I should, and it seems like that whatever I do, I'm upsetting somebody or everybody at the same time.
Have you ever felt like jacking it in?
No, I think everybody feels like jacking it in, but not only half-heartedly. when it goes to, if you were serious about jacking it in, you would. All you got to do is go along to Peter, put your pager on a table and say, that's it. It's as easy as that, really. You're not being employed by anybody. So sometimes you think, oh, I've had enough of this, but that's about as far as it goes. And then something will happen. You go out in a shout, or that particular period of high pressure is quickly over, and then you settle back and you like doing what you're doing.
All right. Peter will tell you how long you're going to do.
It's unseasonably gusty weather for June. At 8:30 in the morning, the lifeboat is called out to a dismasted yacht in rough sea. An old friend, the Salcombe fishing boat Crustacean, radios from the scene.
Salcombe Lifeboat, Crustacean.
Crustacean, Salcombe Lifeboat, receiving you, over.
Been alongside the boat. I finally caught him up. He was motoring away from me quite fast. He's got under an outboard. He's got a mast down.
I can see it.
He's now heading in towards Crow Point in order to intercept you. The boat, believe it or not, is called Venus, as in good ship. Over.
Crustacean, Salcombe Lifeboat, many thanks for that.
Right, we better get kitted up then, chaps. In case he wants a tow.
A dismounted yacht, which has now been found 3 miles south of Start Point. 2 persons on board.
The good ship Venus is still underway on her outboard engine. With the lifeboat arrived, the trusty Crustacean bids adieu.
Salcombe Lifeboat, Crustacean. I leave it to you now then. We'll head on and carry on fishing. Whale has just been combing his hair in order to get his picture on the camera. Other than that, we'll depart and leave you to it.
Would you like us to put a rope on you? Would you like us to put a rope on you? If you'd like to stop the outboard. Nah, what we no good here, my luck. Have you got a cleat on the deck? Brian, just pull a slack and we'll have to go back there. Okay. Now this time of the year, you know, you're getting them going home and the yacht's going home, but it's not a bad day. You must have had gear failure, I would think. That's what it looks like. We're not going to be able to tow this very fast, that's for sure.
And so it's another long tow in for the lifeboat, and another half day's earnings lost for its crew members. But that's part of the job.
Big queue of customers, Feathers.
If I'm lucky.
And if you're not?
Well, I've no bloody customers at all. Yeah, it was pretty busy today. I want to. So obviously, you do get concerned about your business.
The annual running costs of the R.N.L.I. are nearly 50 million. That's about £5,000 every time a boat like this goes out. and it all comes from donations. But there's no charge to the people they rescue.
How are you?
Very grateful, because I didn't think we'd make it back into Dartmouth on the motor alone. I mean, we've got a reasonable amount of fuel, but the waves are so strong. You know, the propeller's out of the water half the time, so...
Did you have to put up many red flares or just the one?
No, just the one. First thing I did. Luckily the lifeboat came just at the right time, so I'm very pleased to see it. They do a good job.
After 3 hours away from his hairdressing salon, Mark returns to see how many of his customers have given up on him.
Where are all my clients gone? What happened with Mrs. Westcott? Is she all right? Was she happy enough?
Yeah.
Good. So we've had to cancel who? Phil?
Johnson.
Yeah.
And the
Next
one didn't turn in anyway. And that Bill chap is only just gone, but he's rebooked for tomorrow.
Okay, so basically we've had 1 no-show and 2 turnaways, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. How was Phil?
He's booked for tomorrow.
So we can do them tomorrow then, can we?
I got to kiss Dolly. Oh, no. No, night. No, night, Dolly.
Did I get a kiss? Did I get a kiss? Kiss Dolly. Ah. Night night. Night night. If ever you have any nagging doubts about I don't think this is working, you see Lauren laughing and playing, and you know that she's secure, and you think, well, I think it's worth it actually.
Oh yeah, she's happy as we're both together. I'm trying to take one home.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Is she very, very happy this year?
Yeah, she is. She's very happy. She likes it. She likes the closeness with Mark being next door. She can just go down when she feels like it. Especially when I tell her off. It's like, I want Daddy.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that one of the reasons you came back?
Yes, Lauren is like the biggest reason, really.
I think you've got to stay together for the kids, children. I really do. And I think that this thing about the atmosphere was bad in the house, so we'll jack it in. I think is you're deluding yourself. I think it's just an excuse people use.
But I mean,
for abandoning their children.
There was loads of other factors as well. It wasn't just.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's.
But the factor for coming to I think the factor for us keeping together is Lauren.
Oh yeah. That's the biggest factor. Yeah.
What were the other factors, Alicia?
The private ones.
In the next episode, the summer season reaches a crazy climax, and Frank finally gets pushed too far.